Good morning to all of you. Come to your class, Railway and Bridge Engineering. So, in our previous class, we have discussed about your coning of the wheel, your terminology of the railway. Okay, so here the image of coning of the wheel. Basically, we should know what is coning of the wheel. Okay, so the surface of the wheel, these are the wheels. Okay, and the surface of the wheel are made in cone shape. See here, this image is shown of the wheel which is seen like what? Your cone shape. Okay. So the surface of the wheel are made in cone shape at an inclination or slope. The slope is 1 in 20 and the same slope is provided in the rail also. So this is known as your coning of the wheel. Okay. So in simple way you should remember this, that the slope is provided in the wheel and that same slope is provided in the rail slope and the wheel slope, cone slope is if same, then that will be called your coning of the wheel. Okay. So normally its flange of the wheel are never made flat because it always made by your cone shape. Okay, the inner side is larger than your outer side and slope is provided basically 1 in 20 and when the wheels are moving on the track. Okay, so there is a chance of lateral movement and without coning it will cause a sudden impact on the side of the rail. If in the rail or in the wheel, if there is a coning is not provided, then the load of the train is which impact on the rail. Okay, and coning of the wheel is mainly done to maintain the vehicles in central position with respect to track. So basically we are providing your coning of the wheel to keep the wheel in a center position of the rail. Okay, by which your train will be moved in safely. Okay, so what is the what are the your advantages of the coning of the wheel? So basically, if we are providing your coning of the wheel on the train wheel, then it will reduce the wear and tear of the wheel, which flange and the rails, which is due to the rubbering action, flange with inside face of the rail head. It will be reduce the wear and tear. Okay, and it also provide a possibility of lateral movement of the axle with its wheel. Okay, and it also prevent your wheel from slipping. In some cases it will be slip. So whenever we are providing your coning of the wheel, then there is no chance of slipping. Okay, but what are the disadvantages of providing coning of the wheels? It will be in if no base plates are provided on the sleeper under the outer edge of the rail, it may be damaged. Okay, and in order to minimize the above disadvantages, what is your if the base plate are not provided, then your tilting of rail is done. Okay, so come to the next slide, your creeping of rails. Okay, so what is creeping of the rails? Creeping of the rails means, see here the image, here a image I provided here. So this is your creeping of the rail. So this is your rail section and this is your sleeper, and here a rectangular block is provided with nut bolt. It is your creeping of the rails portion. Okay, so simply you should understood that the longitudinal movement of the rail in track is as creeping of rail. Okay, so it is commonly to all the tracks. Commonly it is used in all track. That may be your rail is provided flat-footed rail, bull-headed rail or double-headed rail. Okay, and the value changes from the size from 0 to 130 mm per month. The value changes. Okay, so normally this creeping of rails, why it cause? The minor causes are the rails are not properly fixed to sleeper. The creep means what? it will be slip from the side. Okay, so whenever this will be slip or skid, whenever your rail, this one is your rail, whenever your rail is properly not fixed with your slipper portion, then the creeping portion of creep will be occurs. Okay, and bad drainage of the ballast, here the ballast are provided if there is a drainage system is not provided properly and the waters are present here, then it will be damage to the rail and the creep will be increased. Okay, and another is bad quality of slippers used. If you have providing here bad quality of slippers, then it can't support to the rail or it can't bearing the loads. That's why creep also increase. Okay, and another is your gauge fixed. Okay, too tight to too slack. If the gauge distance is your too tight, then it will be creep will be produced. Another thing is your rail joint maintained in bad condition. Here the joints are provided. Okay, so whenever your joints are connected badly, then in that condition your creep will be produced. Okay, so come to the next slide. Gird rail. Okay, so these are your image of, this is your check rail and this is your gird rail. So normally what is gird rail? Gird rail means extra rails are provided over the bridge to prevent damage and de-alignment on the bridge. Okay, so whenever the train move over the track, okay, in some cases the track should be damaged. Okay, so for repairing that, extra rails are provided on the bridges or on the track. Okay, so that is your gird rails. Okay, so gird rails or check rails is a short piece of rail. Here short piece of rails are provided. Okay, so this placed along the side of the main rail opposite, means so whenever your main rails are provided in the inner portion, that are check rails are provided in short distances. Okay, and this exists to ensure that the wheels follows the appropriate flange way through the frog and to the train does not de-alignment. Okay, so gird rail basically it is provided for the your to repair the damage or to prepare the de-alignment on the bridges or to maintain the track, it will provided gird rails. Okay, and there are also some other terminologies like your there are advanced starter signal. Okay, so all of you know about signal. So in highway also there are signal for on the traffic. Okay, so in similarly in the railway also there are the signals. Okay, so whenever the train come to the station, there are green signal provided. Okay, and whenever the train already left, okay, in that cases also your signal will be provided red. Okay, so then what is advanced starter signal? Advanced starter signal means it is the last stop signal of semaphore type for giving indication to the outgoing train from the railway station. So whenever in what time your train left the station, in that cases the last stop signal are provided, which is semaphore type, which is automatically provided. That signal is provided which indicate that the train left leaving the station. Okay, so that is called your advanced starter signal. Okay, and next one is your ballast creep. We know about ballast. Then what is ballast creep? So whenever there are for example here two sleepers are providing, these are whenever the two adjacent sleepers, here two sleepers are adjacent to each other. So when two adjacent sleeper and the ballast are loose over that, that will be called your ballast creep. Okay, so the definition is the loose ballast, okay, between the two adjacent sleeper is known as ballast creep. Okay, so next one we have already discussed about bearing plate. Okay, and next one is your blocks. So what is blocks? Blocks are provided normally the required gap for the flanges of the wheel, and the level crossing. At the level crossing points, it will be provided between the main rails and the guard rails. Okay, so this is about your terminology, and the rest part of your terminology we will discuss in your next class. Thank you.